Hey guys, today I'm going to talk to you about Aquaman and the Lost Kingdom, aka Aquaman 2. And let's start with the positive aspects of this movie. And that would be, listen, the relationship between the brothers has a lot of fun moments. There's some fun banter between the two of them. What isn't cheesy is really good. There's even a little bit of heartwarming stuff in there. And it's just fun to see Orm and Arthur fighting on the same side. And of course, Jason Momoa and Patrick Wilson are both great actors. So it's lovely to see the two of them play off of each other. It's easily the heart of this movie and the best part of this movie. And there's a cool action scene or two. We did watch it in IMAX 3D in our press screening, and I'm not sure if it was the 3D that was throwing off a lot of the visuals during the action. Hopefully that's what it was. Or it just looked really bad. I mean, stuff like swimming and jumping and fighting, like they just looked like almost the wrong proportions, the wrong size at sometimes, and they flowed weird, and maybe that was the 3D effect. I'm not sure. Maybe not. I don't know. I probably will not be seeing this movie again to find out, but you guys can let me know. Now, there is some good action sequences. There's some fun stuff. Randall Park is great. He's always great. I really like him. Some of his dialogue is horrible, but most of the dialogue in this film is really bad. It's really cringy. It's really cheesy. There's jokes that no one laughed at that just don't land, and I mean, they're just really not entertaining. I was not the only one. There's several other of my colleagues that sat together. We had a bit of an issue in the middle of trying to stay awake. We did not fall asleep, but one of us got up to go to the bathroom to take a walk. I started eating my popcorn and I was full, but I was like, I need to keep eating to keep myself awake, doing something. Another one of my colleagues was like, man, I just really was struggling and I almost fell asleep. So here's the thing. There's a good 90-ish minute long movie in here somewhere. It's just between the editing and obviously reshoots and story changes, it just kind of fell apart. Rightfully so. Amber Heard is cut out of this a lot. We don't see very much of her. That really screws with the Mare character and anything she was supposed to be doing in this, because she'll be gone for a while and then she just randomly shows up to save the day or do something, and then she disappears again and you're like, what is going on? It's the weirdest thing. And it's obviously because they tried to cut out her character more, but I was either cut her completely out or leave whatever she was supposed to be doing originally, because it just did not work with her being gone and then randomly showing up and being gone. And you're supposed to have this connection between, obviously her and Arthur, and you just never feel it because she's never there. One part that really bothered me, and it's something so little and tiny, but it really, really annoyed me, is there is a baby. We know this. Arthur has a son in this, and there's a baby. And then on the screen, it says 5 months later, and we see the baby, and there is literally no world that this baby has aged 5 months. Maybe a month tops. The baby is pretty much the same size, and I'm like, that is weird and crazy. And the whole baby part that was mixed into the story was, it was just not good. A lot of the visuals surrounding the baby, using, I don't want to give anything away, but the baby does something towards the beginning that Arthur's very excited about, and it looked awful. And that's the problem. So many of these visuals are awful, especially underwater. They have not nailed down the way to be underwater. We have seen movies that have really, really pulled this off. Okay, we've got movies like Avatar and Wakanda Forever who really pulled off the underwater stuff, and the underwater in Aquaman and the Lost Kingdom just did not work pretty much the entire way through. There's some times where they're on land and they're in this interesting place, and I don't really want to give too many details because of spoilers, but I will say that was pretty. That was really pretty. The visuals were beautiful, stunning, gorgeous. But that's really the only time I was like, oh wow, these are really good visuals. And then they bring in these animals, bugs, whatever, and they looked awful, and I was like, oh, okay, there we go. That just took away from the beautiful scenery that we finally saw some beautiful stuff. The story, like I said, there's a good story in there somewhere. I mean, listen, bringing the same villain back is always difficult. And I here's the thing, I feel like he's so underused. Black Manta is so good in he he just is so underused, and he comes off as kind of weak, especially towards the end. And there's something they could have done, some way they could have gone. And this is, I'm not going to give the spoiler, but there's things that could have come together against a common goal or whatever, against a common enemy or for a common goal, I guess I could say, could have happened in the end. And that would have been amazing. And I would have been so happy with it. And instead, the end was very anticlimactic. And again, a weak villain. And you're just kind of like, like they did him dirty. I don't know. There was just, it's a mess, you guys. It's an absolute mess. That's the best way I can describe this thing. I mean, listen, I'll give it a 1 out of 5 stars because I liked the brothers together most of the time. But there's some awful dialogue in this thing. It's just absolutely cringy. The best visuals are, there's these, I don't want to give spoilers and I can't remember what exactly was shown in the trailers, but there's these certain people that come in, kind of, the people of the Lost Kingdom, let me put it that way. They looked great. Their design was awesome. Kind of reminded me of like a Game of Thrones, White Walker-esque, Lord of the Rings, kind of. Loved those visuals. Wish we had more of that. Wish that had gone somewhere and done something, but we really didn't get it, unfortunately. So, I mean, I liked the brothers. I'm sorry, you guys. I really did want to like this movie. I don't know. There was so many choices made, and you can tell this thing was cut apart and changed, and it probably just got worse and worse and worse as it happened. Again, there's a good 90-minute fun romp in there somewhere. It's just not, unfortunately, not what we got. I don't know. You guys let me know if you're excited for Aquaman and the Lost Kingdom in the comments. I'm really sad. I wanted to enjoy it. Be sure to give me a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe. Hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on more videos like this one. Follow me over on Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, and you guys can check me out at MamasGeeky.com. Thanks, guys. I'll see you next time.